I'm the American Rev Zechariah A Jackson from the Church of What's Happening Now. I'm standing here with Mr. Barack Obama, the President of the United States. Mr. President, the other night, Joe Biden done a good deed for the Democratic Party. He really went out there last night and he was able to run circles around, let's just say, Boy Wonder. He was able to run circles around Boy Wonder. Mr. President, the Democratic Party is losing a lot of steam, not because of the convention. I think the DNC was quite well, but went quite well. But I think the reason why so many people are losing faith and confidence is because when you and Mitt Romney done a debate, you seem to be someplace else. He seemed to tower over you, unfortunately, like Ronald Reagan towered over Jimmy Carter in 1980, or the battle between between Ronald Reagan and Walter Mondale in 1984. And I'll be honest with you, Mr. President, I've been a supporter of yours since the day of you decided to run for office. And you and Hillary Clinton went at it, and then when you won the primary, of course I went on with you. And I can say this right here, Mr. President. I think that looking at that back a week ago, a week or two ago, at that debate, I would rather than sitting in the company of Ronald Reagan and Jimmy Carter, because it was more interesting. I think on both sides, for you, Mr. President, and for Mr. Romney, that it just didn't have that charismatic Democratic, that charismatic presidential debate. Mr. President, Joe Biden done a good deed. He done as his mama told him to do years ago. His mother said, Joe, if you want to go to the corner and the bullies are trying to stop you, bloody their nose, you can walk to any corner you want. Joe Biden did his part and he bloodied their nose. Mr. President, I want to know, are you going to defend us and fight the bully? Because the bully, you know who the bullies are. And they're trying to bully the American people into their way of thinking. And we know that you're on point. The next day, through your campaign stops, you were on point. But on that day, maybe because it was your 20th wedding anniversary, that can somehow sink into the heart. And of course, heads up to Michelle Obama, very beautiful woman, and everything. But I would hope, Mr. President, that you can get back and get that courage and that confidence back. You know, if I was a commentator at a fight, let's just say I was at the Rumbling Jungle in 1974 in Zaire, Africa, with Muhammad Ali and the great George Foreman, and of course, was honored and put together by Mr. John King. If I was a commentator at that fight, I would say that you and Joe Biden in the third round. You in the third round, if you remember the third round, it was very interesting because we didn't know which way that fight was going to go. We thought George Foreman was going to knock Muhammad Ali head off. What happened interestingly in that fight in Zaire and Kinshasa at the time, in the fifth round, Muhammad Ali backed George Foreman up. We don't want a knockout because we know that happened in that fight. Maybe the knockout for the next debate because you have another debate. But we want to see, Mr. President, now that you and Joe Biden are in the third round, let's just, put it together, a metaphor, that you're in the third round, Mr. President. We want to see you go fourth round. Can you back Mitt Romney up? Will you be able to back the bully up? That's what we want to know, Mr. President Obama. That's what we want to know. And I hope, because I'll be there, although I'm no longer working in Newark, New Jersey, worked in Newark, New Jersey airport for 29 years, and now they're pushing me over to Kennedy. And that's going to be something on my pocket as a common man. I got to pay tolls and all kinds of things. It would take me 10 minutes to get to work. It will take me about an hour and a lot more money. But I'm going to make it back Tuesday night. Mr. President, because I want to see the debate. I want to see you back Mitt Romney up the same way Muhammad Ali backed the great George Foreman up in Zaire, Africa. Can you back him up, Mr. President? Can you show the American people that you have that stickability, you have that jab? And as you listen to the commentators, not commentators, but the reporters, you listen to the news anchors, even to the great Diane Sawyer, they said, you know, they were talking about it almost as though it wasn't just a debate, but it was a fight, it was a match. And this is what we do in the modern world. We've taken from this and we use the mind to go at each other. Will you, Mr. President, do as the great Muhammad Ali done to the great George Foreman in Zaire in 1974? Will you back Mitt Romney up? He must be backed up for the American people. Look here, Mr. President. I'm a hard-working man. You say that you represent all the hard-working people in America. Please, don't let this bully take us out. Thank you, Mr. President. God bless you, your family, and God bless the United States of America. I am the American Rev Zechariah A Jackson from the Church of What's Happening Now. Thank you.